Hey guys, and well, it's been a while. I owe you all an adventure video, so that's what's coming up next. This is an adventure that happened 2 adventures ago. Anyway, I'm catching up on all my old footage. As you know, I've been all over the place. I'm back in familiar territory here, back in my own place now for a while. Some interesting news today. I just got myself the Oppo Find 7. Remember I did that video about good Chinese smartphones? Well, I couldn't stop thinking about this phone, and I went and checked it out properly, and I went and bought it. So I'll do an unboxing of that probably in my next video. I got a whole bunch of videos to catch up on here, guys, you know, and I apologize for the lack of videos that have been coming out. And it's mainly just due to the fact that I'm spending so much time with my new company, and I'm spending a lot of time doing other things as well. So, you know, it's basically life getting in the way as a usual excuse. But of course it's not stopping my videos, and like I said, at least once a week you'll get one. So without further ado, let's move on to this whole adventure thing, and I'll explain it as we go along. Right, so this is where we are. Staying at a friend's house out in the countryside somewhere in Huidong, and it's beautiful out here. Better yet are those roads that go all around this area. And we've got our bikes here, so what else could you ask for? Right, so we're going to be going for a little ride here. Right, now some of you might be wondering why there's like a band-aid stuck on the speedo of my bike. Well, this is one of our new prototypes, and we're trying to keep our new bikes because we've made a big step up in our little company. We're not dealing with the very basic normal bikes that we were before. We've actually gotten in contact with a couple of big factories, and they're giving us really nice bikes to basically work on and customize and of course redesign, and then we're going to be basically OEMing them through the factories and hopefully exporting them. So we're keeping them under wraps because we've had an incident already where a local factory started copying our little cafe races that we were making and selling them really cheap, obviously using really cheap base components and stuff. But you know, we just don't want to have a similar situation happen again. So until these designs are copyrighted, which they will be soon as we're done with all the cosmetics, you know, then we'll let you see. Anyway, I'm sure you're not interested in all that nonsense, so I thought I'd just explain that to you. What's happening here is, well, basically this is out in, let's see, it's past Huidong, so we're in the bottom part of Guangdong here. It's fairly close to Shenzhen. I mean, this area that we're riding around in is probably about, I could get there in about 2 hours from my house if I rode my bike. But, you know, of course, bikes are not legal in Shenzhen, so what I did was drove my car up to Huizhou, and from there we rode the bikes out to this area. Now this was a fantastic opportunity for us to test our new prototype and make an adventure of it, and a weekend getaway, so, well, let's see what happens next. So we're in this Pikey village part here. This is the closest shop to where we're staying. All these little kids hanging around, having fun, everyone coming to look at us. And we just bought a bunch of beer. Only one beer. You're allowed to have one beer and drive. It's okay.
I'm being responsible having one can. One can, yeah. So that's 2 cans, but I don't dance with the devil.
Yeah, this is actually a small one. This is not even the 7. This is only 500 ml. They're smaller.
And then again, it's only at 3.4% here.
Sorry, what?
We're not gonna have it, isn't it?
No, it's 4%. 4%. Anyway, we're gonna head back. We've got backpacks full of beer. I'm gonna go back to the little mansion in the countryside and have a good time. Alright, hang on a second here. I think I owe all of you guys an introduction to all the people that are here in this video. The people that came along on this trip, well, of course, you guys should know Sea Milk. He's been in a lot of my videos. He's one of my partners with Churchill Customs. And his friend Ben is also along. You'll see him a little later. But you probably don't know these other 2 characters. Now, the first guy, his name is The Beard. And he's actually Churchill Customs' first customer. He bought a bike from us last year, and it's that black bike you can see now. He recently crashed it, and it needed a lot of repairs, etc. So he bought it back, and we're just about to fix it all up, but we asked him to come along for a ride because, you know, it's nice to go out with, you know, customers and whatnot. Anyway, it's quite funny what happened to him. We all went swimming. Here's a picture of us all going swimming. And he lost his glasses swimming, and, well, you'll see the result of that later. We had to make an interesting plan. Anyway, the other guy who doesn't seem to like to wear a shirt very much, his name is Krakhaus. That's because his surname is Krakowski. He's Polish Canadian, I think, or Polish American, one of these. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, he's a friend of Sea Milk's. Met him through Sea Milk, and he actually is now helping us out with the shop every once in a while. And he's in the process of starting to make his own sort of beer brewery. So that could be quite interesting. I'll keep you guys up to date on that, because if he does, well, you know, he's going to have a big fan, I'm sure. Anyway, let's get back and see what happens next.
Apple and Coca-Cola would taste like.
So pineapple and Coca-Cola with...
I knew I was right to see
Just shut up. Yeah.
Where did I put my lighter?
It's not bad, actually.
It kind of tastes like vomit.
No, it tastes like sherry.
It takes a minute to step back, and you're like,
Are you making
actually,
a video?
that wasn't that
Yeah.
bad.
Can someone introduce this place?
Can we-
Quick,
Yeah. Okay,
all right,
yeah.
sorry. By the way, this is Ben. Sea Milk.
Not us.
Yeah,
I
it's
said
Sea
the
Milk.
place. Everyone knows who I am.
Shut up! You told me to introduce you. I'm
I said
introducing
the
you.
place.
He did
And
say the
this
place.
is the beard.
Yeah, the beard.
The beard who likes to
Because
kill
he has a beard.
Double beard.
He's got double vision today.
Yeah. Ooh,
This place
yeah.
is gorgeous.
Yeah, he...
He happens
Yeah.
to lose his glasses, and
Yeah.
his prescription's doubled up of everybody else's.
Listen, can you show the crowd and your audience the place, not us?
Okay, yeah, alright, let's take a look around. This is Krakhaus's girlfriend's cousin's mansion.
No,
A family's mansion.
her father's man.
Her father's mansion, okay.
Well, villa. I would say a holiday villa.
Yeah, it's
After the pink of
it's
the sky.
absolutely fantastic. This is the third floor. You know, it's got its own basketball court and a second floor balcony and first floor. It's a 3-story, nice little village villa. Let's take a look at the view, shall we? Because this is the important thing. Just rice fields and rice paddies. Beautiful little village roads, sorry, like country roads for riding motorbikes. Yeah, it's sunset right now, so we got pink clouds in the sky. It's really quite spectacular out
I
here.
wish my wife was here.
She is.
Oh, that's right. She's cooking right now.
She's cooking along with all the other women downstairs.
Manpower.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they just did it voluntarily. We did not,
we
you know,
did
we
not.
didn't say they're just cooking for us, just for anyone out there who's a feminist. Anyway, look at that. It's beautiful. Like you got misty mountains in the distance. I'm going to zoom in on that.
It's like the pictures of China that you see like in the paintings and stuff that go. And you're like, I bet China looks like that. It kind of does sometimes. You go
Yeah, it
these
does.
places.
Like, look at that. Misty mountains.
Cows out in the back.
Yeah,
Rice
there are
fields,
cows, yeah.
Gratuitous rice fields.
Yeah, lots of rice fields. Anyway, and this is our little getaway, and we're just staying here for one night. We're gonna muck about, go hiking tomorrow. Look at that, the moon's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's absolutely spectacular.
Happy Dragon Boat Festival. Guys.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Duangojie. By the way, guys, if you don't know what the Dragon Boat Festival is, hang on, zoom out. There is a link right here if you want to know what that's about. Right, guys, so what's going on in the background here? I mean, it's not that important. It's we had a big meal now. What's significant is, you know, all the meat was from animals that were raised on the farm or in the area, and all the vegetables came from the farm, so it was really, really a nice meal. But the fun and interesting part is this guy that I'm pointing out in a minute. He is the uncle of Lily, who's the owner's daughter, and he came to sort of help out with cooking and whatnot. But he came in the afternoon, sat down on the floor, had a cigarette, put it out, and then just passed out on the floor in the living room there in front of all of us. About 6 or 7 of us sitting there having a beer and chatting and whatnot, and this guy just lay down and slept there on the floor for, 3 hours or so. Life out there in the farmlands certainly is a little different than in the cities, I'll tell you that much. Right guys, so anyway, after a night of, well, quite a lot of drinking, I'd say, rum, whiskey and beer and whatever else we'd brought along with us, we had a fairly sleepless night, all of us, because although this is an incredibly beautiful place to stay in, an amazing villa, it's only recently been constructed and they haven't installed air conditioning yet. So you have a situation where down here in Guangdong province it is incredibly hot and humid. So trying to sleep in that heat was, well, you'd have to try it to understand just how impossible it is. Anyway, morning came and I decided I'd go for a little ride. Now, this is going to be part 2. I'm going to show you I rode and found a little temple. And, you know, there's a very interesting thing about this area, which you'll have to find out in the next video. So stay tuned, and guys, it'll come soon. I'm going to probably put another little video probably about that phone first, and then part 2 of this. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am. And until next time, don't forget, stay awesome.
So I've been riding up in these hills here. It's really spectacular up here. Yeah, absolutely beautiful.